Did you, what would you guys say is tested positive for rabies? And public health officials are urging anyone who may have touched it to seek medical help right away. Do yourself a favor. Don't touch a bat.
Don't touch it.
Anyway, I don't care. Even if you know it doesn't have rabies, don't walk up and touch a bat.
Just don't.
Leave death alone.
I wondered about, look, if you were bitten, I would assume you would have seen medical treatment. I understand. But then I also thought, like, who touches a bat? Just because you see one on the street, like, hey, baby, there's a bat on the sidewalk. Let me go touch it right quick.
The rabbit bat was found Wednesday by Public Health, Seattle and King County, on the sidewalk of Northeast between 41st and 42nd. Busy location down there. If you know that, there's tons of businesses everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Agency has received multiple public calls about the bat and directed people to contact animal control. Again, why are there multiple calls? Leave it alone.
Yeah, don't touch it.
Take a shovel. Get it the hell out of there.
Shovel or a bucket.
Yeah. The bat was euthanized by an animal control agency on Thursday.
Nice.
They tested the bat and received a positive rabies test on Friday. Well, thank God he was dead then and didn't have to hear the bad news. Public health confirmed.
I like that they whacked him before they got the test result.
Yeah, just in case.
Why did we test him?
Well, you still want to know.
Yeah, if anybody came in contact with it.
I know, it just seems crazy to be like, I think that's the one with rabies. Kill it.
So the people who called in did not have any contact with the bat. So no other people are known to have been exposed. Still, officials said anyone who might have had physical contact, even without a bite, could be at risk and should seek medical evaluation. Call public health immediately if you can.
Would you call 911 because you saw a bat?
Because I saw a bat? No.
I mean, even if it's look, I guess they did the right thing. Yes, it had rabies. I'm just saying I don't know. If I take my dog out for a walk and I see a bat and it's alive, I would not think like, hey, babe, we need to call the authorities. There's a bat on the side.
I mean, maybe I would call
and
say, hey, can you transfer me to animal control? There's a bat laying on the ground. Because bats shouldn't be on the ground in the city.
I agree.
Right?
I agree. Yeah. I don't know that I would have thought to call someone. And then after reading that article, now I know, maybe call someone just in case.
Yeah. You don't want I mean, again.
It just never would have crossed my mind.
Yeah.
You just got to use common sense, I think.
Like, don't touch it.
And also, like, why is he on the ground? This doesn't seem right. Like, if you're out in the woods and there's one on the ground, I go, all right, maybe he lives here.
Well, if you see one during the day and they're not acting nocturnal or sleeping or whatever like they're supposed to be, then that's not good.
Yeah,
because you're seeing it at the wrong time.
I know. I would not have thought to call, and maybe I should have. Now I know.
Yeah,
I was would have been like, I saw a bat on the street.
Who or what got its teeth into you? 206-803-ROCK.
I mean, I hear what you're saying.
I mean, honestly,
but it's so strange that I think.
Would you have had the presence? Again, they did the right thing.
Yeah, I would have called either the non-emergency number or something. Just been like, let me talk to animal control. Just because, say that sentence out loud. Well, I don't know. I saw a bat on the sidewalk today.
Okay, well, when you say it like that, yes, obviously, I'm just stupid. It would not have crossed my mind to call anyone.
I think it would look so out of place. You might just go,
that's
weird.
What?
Maybe I should call somebody.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like Jimothy. Right? He's so freaky, different. People had to call and be like, is this thing all right? Or is it just a freak?
That is different. I still don't know if I would have called authorities. It'd have been more like, hey, man, can you come outside and take a look at something for me just to make sure I'm seeing this correct?
I'm sorry, man. That thing in my backyard and I have a gun, it's not around anymore. I'm like, what is that? That's something weird. That's
like I said, I would have had a shovel to the head. There's no doubt.
Well,
but I would not have thought.
If I would have gone up to it and saw its head and could identify it as a raccoon, I probably would leave it alone.
Why?
But I'd be like, dude, what happened? What did you get hit by?
It's nothing against Timothy. I'm just saying, you don't know what it is. You're going to shoot it. Now you see it's a raccoon, but it still looks insane.
I would assume that it got hit by a car. It fell out of a tree. Like it's somehow this guy
just got squished.
It's like the beaver that had the tree fall on its head.
Yeah, he's stupid.
But he still lived. It's like something. This guy, he really messed up and he knows it. He's just trying to get by.
He knows it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not rub it in.
Mm-hmm. All his friends still make fun of him. The whole deal. Who or what got his teeth into you? 206-803.
What are you doing out of the bell tower?
Oh, it's all big time Jimothy, superstar. Hello, Tony. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, everybody.
Hola.
Hola. So, about 30 years ago, I was fishing on the banks of a river on this real remote dirt road. So, I was out in the middle of nowhere, and nature called in the most intimate of ways. So, I found my way into a little patch, kind of unseen, and started doing my business. And all of a sudden, I felt the first one. I had squatted down over a hornet's nest.
Oh!
And I got tagged a bunch of times, and so here I am. I jump up and I'm running down the trail with my shorts around my ankles and a bird hanging out of my butt. I got tagged about 10 times. It was horrible.
Well, those are the ones that don't leave their stinger in, correct? They can sting multiple times? Okay.
Yeah, I think they didn't leave any stingers. And in fact, I think they pinch. I don't know if they actually sting.
All right.
Speaking of pinching, you dropped a turd onto their house, man. I completely understand why they're upset.
happening right now.
If the brawny man came up and popped a squat over my roof.
Reaction, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. That's do horseflies bite or pinch?
Man, from what I can look down, there's just a chunk of your skin is gone.
Yes.
So I'm assuming whatever they do, it's efficient. Because, man, until you've been zapped by a horsefly on the Atlantic, Mid-Atlantic, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, you do not know pain. I'd almost rather have 10 different stings from a hornet than one bite from a horsefly.
I would take a hornet sting over a horsefly bite any day, though.
It's not venomous or whatever.
No, none of it. It's not going to do anything.
So you're right. I remember being in pools at the beach as a kid and having to get out of it. So there was horseflies.
It was horseflies.
But the only other place I've seen it that bad is up on Rainier. Some of those day hikes.
Oh, a mailbox, too.
Like, we stopped at, like, a little pond or something to eat lunch. And, I mean, we couldn't even... I don't think we could get 2 bites into the sandwich before it was like, we got to get up and get moving.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They were everywhere.
My father got bit on his bald spot. It was great, because as a kid, we're still growing our froze. So he has this bald spot in front. We're outside eating. It's during the summer. We're having a nice family dinner. And it was buzzing around. They're big, man. But it landed on his head. And before he could even swat it, it just took a chunk out of his bald spot, man. And I mean, he's up out of the chair. He's cussing. He is.
It hurts.
Yeah,
it hurts, man.
Me and my brother thought that was hysterical until we got bitten later that summer. And I'm like, I know he was mad, man.
And you look, and it starts getting red and swelling up immediately.
And this is the thing, my brother's been bitten by every dog on this planet. But I think he screamed more when a horsefly bit him than any of those dogs. Seriously.
I think that the sharpest pinch I've ever had was a ferret to the back of the calf.
Ferrets are bastards.
He was underneath. I was sitting in, a neighbor upstairs had one. And I went up there, we were getting stoned. I'm sitting in his lazy boy recliner. He's doing his weed thing, sitting on his couch with a coffee table. I did not know he had a ferret.
Surprise.
I did not know this. So when it bit the back of my ankle and latched on, I went, oh, kicked my leg up.
Yeah.
The whole thing came out, man. He was like 2 feet long.
Oh, yeah.
He was a big dude. And he's still hanging by the back of my freaking my ankle.
Why do people have ferrets?
And he just grabbed it, man. Like, he let go. He's like, let go. And he like put it somewhere else. I'm like, what? I'd never seen a ferret before.
So you didn't even know what it was?
I thought it was like a mongoose. I didn't know what it was. I swear to God. I didn't know if it was like a minx. I had no idea what the hell's hanging from my... I was like, what is this thing? Like, are they in our building? Is this some kind of like rodent? What got his teeth into you? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Greg. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bicholas.
Hola.
So when I was like 12 and 13, I had 2 pet rats that I used to breed and sell the babies. One night...
Wait, why are people buying babies? What is the sales pitch with the rat babies?
Well, the biggest one was for feed. So I sold them to people with snakes.
Okay. All right.
And other people, they're good pets by themselves.
What do they do? Like if I have a pet rat, what's interesting?
They're fun. They have little attitudes, just like you were talking about the ferret. Those things have big attitudes too, and they're just so funny. But rats, once if you raise them from little, they gain an attitude, and then they're just fun to be with and fun to play with.
All right.
So she gets out one night, and she's gone. So I thought, okay, well, I lost my mama baby. And, the next night, I'm sleeping. It's, midnight or something. And, you wake up, in the middle of the night and you feel something on your face. Well, I rubbed my nose. And then I went back to sleep, turned over. And then it happened again. I felt a little wet. Well, I rubbed my nose again, and then I turned on my light. And mind you, I'm like 12. I turned on my light, and I've got a handful of blood. She had bitten me on my nose.
That does sound like a fun pet.
Yeah.
Well, I closed her cage up, which was probably foolish me at the time. But after that, I turned the light on, and I could see her, and I opened up the cage, and she ran in the cage. And then it was just perfect after that. But it was the weirdest situation.
All right.
Okay. I don't know. I don't think I could do a rat. I mean, I know people do gerbils and people do hamsters and
I'd rather do a rat than a
guinea
hamster
pigs
or a
and all
gerbil.
that crap. And I know they're probably somewhere in the same family, whatever. I don't mind rats.
Rats don't bug me.
I just don't want to have one as a pet.
It would not buy. Like I said, I'd rather have that than a gerbil
Where are they going to
or
poop?
a guinea pig.
Where are they going to poop?
Probably in their cage. I don't know, man.
So what do you just
where
let
do
them out?
gerbils poop? They poop and clean it up, right?
Yeah, but you don't let your gerbil run wild. I feel like a rat, like kind of is bigger. Like rats typically are they move around.
Sure.
I don't know what a gerbil does. That's why you put a wheel in there and let them run.
That tells me that it would move around if it wasn't in the cage, if it needs a wheel.
All right,
I don't know. I feel like the rat should still be in a cage part of the day.
I guess. I mean, I don't know what they do, man.
I mean, I'm sure it's probably maybe a fun animal. I don't know.
But
I
they
don't think
eat
I need-
stuff like wires. Like, that would be my problem.
And I don't want to be rat guy.
So, right guy.
It's not helping. Like, oh yeah, Ted's over there. He's a rat guy now.
Loves rats, breeds them.
Yeah, like I don't know. No offense, rat guy. I don't want to be rat guy.
Right. I mean, it's not a great sales pitch, but,
Yeah, you got to meet him. He's a great guy. He's really into rats. Right? Not a great sales pitch.
Despite all his rage. Yeah. Chris Haworth was bitten twice by a rattlesnake while visiting family in Oroville, California, initially mistaking the bite for thorns in his mother's garden. Well, the incident quickly turned serious. It required 54 rounds of antivenom across 2 different hospitals after the first facilities ran out of its supply, and Haworth had to be airlifted to Stanford Hospital for additional treatment.
So what happens if someone else gets bitten by a rattlesnake? Like, sorry, man, last guy got all we've got.
This story's brutal, too, right? Because he didn't realize it.
Right.
He goes inside, I want to say, and told his wife or his mom. And they're just like, okay. And he's like, look at it.
Was it like a nest of babies?
No, I think it might have been a bait. Either way, he just was doing something and just. But once he went inside, he even said, I think in that, I don't know, maybe a different article I read, but the wife was like, hey, you're fine. Then he showed her and they're like, oh my God, that's not good.
Right. Well, the ordeal left him with a $1.3 million bill before insurance, according to his wife, Jenny. She set up a GoFundMe to help cover the family's remaining costs. The fundraiser asked for $12,000. It was up to $10,000 by the time of the printing of this article. Jenny said her husband is still recovering and is about 80% of the way back to normal, though lingering fatigue has made day-to-day life difficult. Family has also gone without a paycheck for nearly 2 months.
Jesus.
Since Haworth hasn't been able to work since late May. Now, since the story broke, readers have flooded the internet with reactions ranging from disbelief to outright anger over the cost of his care. One commenter who claimed familiarity with veterinary pricing pointed out that antivenom for animals runs a fraction of the human cost, writing that the dose amount is exactly the same for a human, and calling the discrepancy theft and big-time theft. I think we talk about this sometimes with the advocates. The comment racked up hundreds of likes. Others zeroed in on the $61,000 a night charge. Again, $61,000 a night charge at Stanford Hospital. $61,000 for a little tiny crappy TV in the corner room.
That's crazy.
If I'm paying $61,000, I want HD.
I want a hot tub.
I want at least 34 inches, right in front of me. I want Netflix. I want YouTube TV, all the options, whatever they got. Disney, give it to me all. One reader said they've been treated there before, called it terribly overrated, and argued it should have been nowhere near that expensive. Another was more blunt, writing simply that a hospital charging that much is really just a business. Now, not every reaction was outraged. Some pointed out how common rattlesnakes are in the area, with one local noting they avoid a woodpile near their home during the warmer months for a reason. Others were lighter, with one person simply asking what happened to the snake. But either way, snake bites in California, this has been a record year.
It's been brutal.
People getting zapped.
And the thing I'm reading now, so rattlesnake venom, right? So you're like, all right, it bites you, but what is it really doing? Well, circulatory in blood. Hemotoxins break down red blood cells, destroy tissue, and prevent blood from clotting, which can lead to severe, sometimes fatal, internal and external hemorrhaging. That's one. Local tissue damage. Enzymes in the venom destroy skin cells and muscle, causing intense swelling, discoloration, and tissue death. Neurological. Some species, most notably the Mojave rattlesnake and timber rattlesnakes, inject neurotoxins that can cause cranial nerve dysfunction, muscle weakness, respiratory failure, and finally, systemic symptoms. Victims frequently experience a metallic taste in their mouth, nausea, vomiting, lightheadedness, and extreme drops in blood pressure. Because it bit you.
Yeah. YouTube commenter said, I dated a girl with a ferret. They smell like crap. He's not kidding.
Yeah, I knew
That was
one
the first
kid.
thing
Yeah.
I noticed when I lifted my leg up. I was like, how bad that thing stunk. It's almost like if I almost thought it was a skunk.
Right.
I mean, it's got that initial, like it kind of just burns your nose a little bit.
Have you
It's like,
smelt it again?
I would know in a minute. I would
Like
know
if
in a
you
minute.
walked into a house, you could be like,
They have a ferret.
Well, I don't think I don't know if I could because I walked in there and I did not smell that smell when I was in his house. Now, granted,
I got you.
It
Right,
was
right.
full of pot smoke, but I still
That
smelled
could
it.
be why.
I still smelled it through that. So when I lifted my leg up and he was hanging there, and when he grabbed it is when I really smelled it. I was like, Jesus, man, that thing is kicking. Who or what got its teeth into you? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Link. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, guys.
Hola.
All right, so this one's a little different because it wasn't me getting bit; it was me doing the biting.
All right, you kinky son of a bitch.
So this is probably like I'm probably in middle school, me and my brother, and we are, we're running around the house. It's like middle of summer, running around the house being kids, and so it's kind of like the house is built where it had like two entryways into the living room.
Okay.
My brother goes in one way, I go around the other trying to cut him off, and little did I know, we were both going, we were running around the house, and I run straight into him. And back then I had some pretty messed up teeth. Well, I had like two big front teeth, and my teeth go straight into his forehead, like top of his head. And, he ended up okay. He got staples in his head, but he turned out fine.
Turned out just fine.
He's a little slow. He drools when the microwave's on, but he's good.
Did he have to get any shots or anything, or just the staples?
It was just staples. No.
I'd have tested you for rabies.
Yeah, no, didn't have to get tested for rabies, luckily.
Yeah, my brother, I don't know how many rabies shots he got back in the day on his long-ass, non-bending metal spike that they jam into your ass cheek. But the thing is, because he got bitten so much, the doctors always assumed that the dog had rabies. Right? Because they're like, there's no other explanation for why this dog would attack you. And finally, after a couple of visits there, doctors are like, look, the dogs don't need rabies. They hate you. There's something about you. Because either there's an epidemic of rabies in your neighborhood, which there was not, or it's you. Because like I said, we could all play with any dog in that neighborhood. And if my brother stepped outside, they looked at him, they growled, and they sprinted after him.
Was he always just scared?
He started getting scared as time went on, but he never went out nervous about it. My favorite image of him was I'm helping him fold Sunday papers. This is in Colorado. I'm in the garage. He'd woken up a little late, so he recruits me. He's going to pay me like $1.50. Just help him stuff all the crap into Sunday. Coupons,
I did it
all
with
that
my
stuff.
brother.
Right. So I'm doing that, and when he got enough of them to go out on an initial run, he would go out on the run. I'd stay in the garage. I'm still filling the rest of them. And I remember I watched him disappear around the corner. So we lived one house from the corner of the street, disappears around the corner, maybe 5 Mississippi. He's now hauling ass back, and he carried the papers on, I was called the old woman shopping cart kind of things.
Yeah.
Right. So he still has that behind him, and he is running full tilt, and he's screaming, dog. Well, I'm watching him run toward the garage. I don't see a dog. Finally, this bulldog shows up behind him, right, with his little stubby ass legs, and is doing the best he can to keep up. My brother gets into the garage. He's screaming to me to close the door. And when I close the door to the